Many of us won't go to college, but want to go to business. The commercial course prepares you for business. You learn typing,
business.
bookkeeping, and other things. Some of the fellas who are planning to take the industrial course really open
The
their
industrial
eyes to
course. This
shopping.
guy's got a real good accent.
The boys were glad to see the girls learning how to make those pies in homemaking class.
Yeah,
The
because
general course
why
is
would we
a lot
want
of
to teach the
interesting
boys how to
subjects.
make a pie? So they can fend for themselves.
Some of us visited the special high school. One was
Uh-oh.
a technical high school. It has wonderful laboratories. Very
Moo-hoo-ha-ha!
carefully in that school.
We figured out
First,
how to
they make
break
their
in.
blueprints.
All right, you're going to
Then they
go in
build
through the
their house
bottom,
from them.
and then we're going to build a
It's
fake
real
house.
life-size house. They learn about a lot of different things before that house is built.
How are we going to get this house out
They
of
not
here?
only learn how a house is built, but they learn about the metals that go into buildings. We saw them test steel rods to see how strong they were. We were
5,000.
startled when the
6,000.
steel rod snapped.
Oh, God!
There was a class called Industrial Chemistry Lab. I always thought chemistry had
Was
only to
is
do
the
with
operative
test tubes and
word.
beakers. I didn't know there was.
We made Jimmy's
They
tie
were
in a
mixing
test
colors when
tube.
we were watching them. In this lab, they did things just the way they do them in factories.
Here, drink this.
Then we saw something that really surprised us. You can pour metal just like water.
Water! Just like water! This is what we dump on the freshmen. It's called hazing.
We saw them heat metal in an electric furnace, and then they poured it into molds. When the metal cools, it takes the shape
They
of
burned
the
all
mold.
my moles
This way
right
they can
off.
make metal into any shape they want. That was an exciting experience for us.
Wee, excitement.
Another
Leonard
school we visited
Bernstein.
was a school with special classes in music.
All right, play together, please, play together.
We heard the senior orchestra play. They were good, especially one of the
But
girls.
not
violinists.
great.
We talked to her afterwards, and she told us that she's planning to go to a special music school after she graduates.
The dum-dums
I
get to
wouldn't
play
mind
drum
playing
drums.
the drums myself. The drummer usually has a chance to tear into some of that music.
Yeah, tear into it. You guys want to try? No. No, I can't. My mom said I can't. Come
In
on.
all these schools, they really give them a workout in the gym.
This is called the stiff as a board. And then you're going to punch him right in the face like that. And then you're going to give him a left and a right rock. Come on, Rock. You're going to beat him. Why are we doing this, Coach? You'll find out.
I found out that when you're in high school, the teachers give you help in choosing your course.
Course.
These high schools seem big, but I guess you get used to them, then they seem like home. Another school we went to was for boys who wanted to go into the automobile field.
But not
I
girls.
wasn't so sure
Never
that I liked
girls.
that kind of work, but some of the other fellows were very much interested in it.
We're going to build a car to go into the
There was
house.
a lot of noise in this shop, but the boys weren't bothered.
This is where we put the freshmen in.
There were many different things to learn in the graphic art shop. Designing. and
Timmy likes to
neatest
put
and
glue
yet
all
most
over his
satisfying
hands.
Of all, there was silkscreen printing. Preparing the design took a lot of skill. And Joe said you had to be mighty careful when you etched out the design. But after that, mass production was easy.
And only
They
use
made
the finest
covers for the
grape
school
jelly.
magazine in that shop.
Done. Next.
Joe liked the ceramics teacher, but he found the clay pretty
By
tough
like,
stuff
we
to
mean
handle.
like.
There was one boy in the class, though, who was really an artist. When he was turning the potter's wheel, nothing else in the world seemed to matter.
Yeah,
Everyone
turn that
felt
wheel.
pretty proud of what he had made after it was glazed and fired.
Speaking of
Even
fired,
the girls
my
in
dad
the
came
junior
home
high
early
school
today.
shops seemed to like learning a little about electricity.
But a lot about love.
Joe said all
Emo
the boys
Phillips.
and girls liked Martha. But even though she could work with tools just as well as a lot of the boys, she never tried to show off.
Yeah, Martha's got no time for anybody. She's building a death
Most of
ray.
Joe's teachers seemed to be swell. He said Mr. Palumbo, their radio teacher,
Hey, Jimmy Palumbo!
It was awfully fair.
I can hear my house.
Surprised when Joe told me that the boys learned to use a sewing machine.
Can you believe it?
You
Boys!
just have to learn everything. It's pretty important.
Margaret
for
Dumont
everybody
teaches
to learn to sew, I guess.
clothes making.
My sisters can make their own clothes, and I know it saves Mom and Dad money. My sisters would like it if I went to Joe's school, where the boys have to learn to set the table, too.
Yeah, can you believe it? Us boys doing setting
Girls
table
seem to
stuff?
like all that fussing better than boys anyway.
Just give me one dish and a fork and I'm good for my
There was
life.
one class, though, that the boys didn't have to take. Interpretive dancing. The girls liked it, though.
And the boys? Never mind. Meanwhile, on Duval Street. Oh boy. We made these tablecloths in home ec. Okay, I lied. I like this class too.
In our elementary school, we have shops, too. Only we don't call them fancy names, and we stay longer in the same shop.
And people often cut off fingers.
My teacher told us that while the shops are important to help us choose our life work,
Important.
the other classes are important, too.
Important.
Like the art class.
Oh, this is horrible, young man. No. This is how you siphon gas
and
out of
our
a car.
science classes. And demonstrations. And yes, even our mathematics.
Ah! Puppets! Oh my God!
Our
Horrifying.
teacher says that the clubs we take part in, the books we read, the radio programs we hear, the television we see, and a lot of other things help us to find ourselves. I guess she's right. I learned a lot about how hard it is to take care of details when I was prop man for our dramatic club play. And I
A
know that when I
young
read
Weird Al
books
Yankovic
that tell you about
at
different
home.
jobs, sometimes I learn about jobs that I never even knew existed.
Like painter hanger.
Within the next few weeks,
We made a sign for
William
your
and his
retirement.
classmates worked together in group guidance classes.
Wait, who's
They
talking?
had innumerable questions about high schools. Committees were formed and sought information about high schools. Some of the things they wanted to know were what kinds of
Why?
high schools are
How?
there in our city?
When?
To which high schools can
To
graduates
which?
of our schools go? How do we apply for admission to the high schools we choose?
Well, you first
Where
you send
can
in
we
the
get all
fee.
the information we need?
The
They
internet!
planned a great variety of activities, visits to libraries, to different high schools, to industry. They thought about all the various ways that they might learn about schools and jobs.
This is a more formal
Joe
Lord of the
suggested that
Flies.
Some of the committee make an appointment to see the principal.
Come on, we're going to go
Joe
see the
said
principal.
Mr. Scarborough was always interested in knowing what they were doing,
No, Mr. Scarborough.
and Joan was right. He was very glad to see them.
Don't look at the
He showed
camera,
them
Tommy. Don't look at
copies
the
of
camera.
Directory of Public High Schools. of
Thank
New
you for
York.
wearing your most subdued
He
shirt.
told them that in
We
a few
appreciate
days,
it.
He would visit their class and spend some time talking over high schools with them. He said everybody in the class would get a copy of the booklet.
And a manicure.
The boys and girls found out that there are 85 public high schools in our city and 91 junior high schools.
And only one elementary school.
The boys and girls appreciated that they were faced with important decisions. They realized that choosing a high school and a course affects their
course?
future. Each person must make his own decision, and he can't...
Never
be led
before
by
has there
what
been
his
more
friends
drama
do.
than handing out these pamphlets.
Right after they
Can
had
we
received
get another
copies
close-up of the
directory,
pamphlets,
they
please?
began to count the different courses given in the high schools.
1,
But there were so
2,
many that they
3,
soon gave that up.
4, 5. 6,
Many of the schools
7.
give the courses needed for college entrance. Some subjects, such as English...
This
and
is if
history,
you
are
want a
taught
fine
in
arts
all
degree
high
and
schools.
never work again in your life.
In vocational high schools, there are classes in beauty culture, barbering, building trades, machine shop, printing, needle trades, food trades, auto mechanics, woodworking, electrical work, stenography, typewriting, bookkeeping, and many other subjects.
Merchandising of foodstuffs.
Another committee reported on the official directions for enrolling in high school. They learned that they had until April.
Choosing a
to
high school is a
file
whole class you
applications,
could take.
and that a change of mind was possible any time before graduation.
But once we
Pauline
graduate,
emphasized
you're
that
stuck.
All would choose wisely.
How old is this kid? 45? The kid who's sitting there writing.
So
All right, you're going to be Danny. You're going to be Sandy. You're going to be... Okay, we're going to be doing Grease. Thank you.
Each pupil made his high school choice. There was
This
William.
one.
His decision was to go to the neighborhood high school and take the academic course. William, his mother, the teacher, and the principal talked it over
And his mother's
together.
hat.
Like many of his classmates, William hasn't fully decided on his life work, but thinks he'll probably go to college. He hopes he'll make up his mind
Probably.
soon. In this, he will have the help of his high school teachers and the guidance staff of the school.
No, not this.
William has made a major decision regarding his future, the first that he will have to make.
Oh, we didn't hear
He has
what it was.
thought
There was a
carefully.
cut.
He has had help
My first choice is...
He has learned
drop
much
out.
about making
Look at the fancy
decisions.
writing on this kid.
There was Cousin Joe, whose mind was all
Moving
made up.
kind of slow at
Joe
the
was
junction.
lucky because he not only knew what he wanted,
I
but
don't know
he
what I
prepared
want.
himself thoroughly. Joe had
How
worried
about
about
penmanship,
the entrance
Joseph?
exam, just as a lot of the boys had. But he found the questions were very similar to those he had had in his own school. One or two of them gave him a little trouble, but Joe's parents soon got news that made Joe and his family very happy. He had been admitted to the school of his
The
choice.
school? Congratulations, Joe.
Then there was Joan. An
Let's talk
all-around
about
girl,
Joan.
if there ever was one.
What does that mean? An all-around girl?
As her committee visited the various high school classes,
Oh, my God.
Joan could easily picture herself...
You know,
working
Joan,
almost
she's a
every
real
one of them.
all-around
The
girl.
mysteries of the
What does that
business
mean?
machine
What are they writing? They're not even
fascinated
writing
her,
anything.
as did the skills of the trained stenographer.
Oh, it's a stenographer.
The special school for music appealed to her creative ability.
Can I? Would you guys let me play? Could I?
The ideals of service to others attracted her to a career in nursing.
Just put the plate down, please, so we could eat.
Science seemed exciting, too, and she knew that women were needed in science.
Yeah, I want to
All
touch an
this
eyeball. Take it
Made
apart.
Joan's decision a difficult one. In
Well,
the
she's an
assembly
all-around
period,
girl.
Joan and her classmates learned still more about various occupations. These assembly periods opened up many new and different occupations. Guest speakers from the business and industrial
My
world
fellow Americans,
told about their work.
when
The
it comes...
students presented many programs of their own, in
Our
which
town.
they showed different people at work, the things they did, the
I'm a nurse.
satisfactions they found
I
in their job.
do much of the doctor's work.
Joan received help in a variety of ways toward reaching her decision.
What about this, Joan?
She learned
No,
about the
no way.
opportunities
I'm
for
leaving.
employment in various occupations.
I wish I would have gotten
She
this
was
much
given
teaching in
aptitude
school.
tests, which helped her understand her own abilities better. Joan also learned a lot
Sudoku.
about her own interests by answering many questions about the things she likes to do.
I
She
like
took
writing
advantage
pages of numbers.
Or even a few minutes' time.
And then
between
off,
classes
and the person in the
to
lead,
ask
and
the
then was
teacher some
I'm
questions that she needed answers to.
an all-around girl, aren't I, teacher? Yes, Joan, you're very all-around. What does that
And she
mean?
took still more tests to learn a little bit more about the things that she
A little
did
bit more?
best. She measured her ability to be
She
both
took a
quick
test
and
to know
accurate
what she
on a
wanted to
clerical
do best.
aptitude test.
What do you think about Joan? I
Finally,
don't
in
know.
an
She's kind of an
interview,
all-around girl.
Joan and her teacher talked together about
Wait,
Joan's
that's Joan?
interests, her abilities, her school
I think they swapped
record,
Jones
her
on us.
plans for the future. The teacher urged Joan
This
to
is
think
how
her
much
entire
money you can
problem
make.
over and to talk about it with her parents so that together they might make the all-important decision.
The parents have to go to
Parents,
school
including Joan's
as well.
mother, visited the school in groups so that they might learn more about the high schools. Together they learned about the offerings of the various schools.
Hey, Teach, you got anything for a
Joan sees
musician?
the fashion displays, she thinks ahead to the possibilities of the cooperative course, in which she could both earn and learn during her third and fourth high school
Bird
years.
and turd.
There were so many things that Joan wanted
Dad,
that she felt
I want
earning
that.
money was
Why is she flipping
important.
us off?
When all
Mom,
things had
Dad,
been
I've
considered,
decided what I
Joan
want to
and
do.
her family felt confident that she was choosing wisely as she applied for a cooperative
Oh,
course
yes, you're choosing very
leading to
wisely, Joan.
secretarial work.
Move your milk.
She had shown an interest in clerical things. Her marks in language arts were good, and her attractive appearance all indicated. Finally, both she
Where
and her
was that
family
going?
felt
And I'm glad
that
it got
she
cut
needed
off.
to earn her own way as soon as possible, so that she would be
I'm
able
leaving.
to. She learned.
Whoa. Mom stood up from that tablecloth, and I'm like, wait, what happened? What's happening? That is an outfit and a half, Mom.
Eileen had admired her friend Joan all through school, and had felt that she would follow Joan's footsteps through
There
high
she
school
goes.
too. But had discovered
Whoa,
during
look
this
at you,
long period
Joan,
of
with your
guidance
fancy
that her
books.
real interests and abilities
Thanks, Eileen.
indicated that she had special qualifications for service to others, plus a deep interest
I gotta
in the
go.
health science.
Roger's waiting.
For her,
Oh,
the
still
choice
dating
narrowed
Roger.
down to an
He's a real
exploratory
clodhopper.
first year at the local vocational high school.
Look, I'm showing this to
with a
everybody.
view
I'm going
a
to this
possible
school.
Career in practical
So
medicine.
hold on, Joan's showing me what
She
school
knew
she's
that
going
she
to.
would miss Joan very much.
I'll
But
miss
she
you.
knew that she would
But you're
make new
attractive, so you should
friends
probably be a
as
secretary.
Joan would. They both knew that they could still see together their new interests and their new friends.
We're going to hang out every weekend like Sex in the City. Oh, God. You're not going there, are
These
you?
boys and girls have made their decisions, and they're confident about them on this, their graduation
Ooh,
day.
somebody lit a match on his foot.
Hopes, fears, all are merged in the happy glow of a job well done. The future lies ahead.
There. You look beautiful. Today's your special day.
Millie and Betty
Congratulations.
will be beauticians. Andy loves tools and is going
Andy
to
is
a
a
general
tool.
vocational high school.
Wait, what's
John
his
is
monogram?
following in his father's footsteps and will enter the special school
Mafia.
for printing.
Yeah, wink, wink.
Now there are Elsa, Mike, and Irma, who look
Elsa?
forward to continuing their schooling together at the same neighborhood academic school. Nowhere else does a boy or girl have the educational opportunities which are available in New York City. To choose a high school
Here they go,
wisely
into the grinder to be
and
spit,
yet the
chewed up and
student's
spit
future
out in the
depends
world of
to a
life.
great extent upon this choice.
Dee dee
With the
dee
assistance
doo
and encouraged
doo.
parents, teachers,
Dad, here
principals,
they
and
march
guidance
to their
personnel, and the
doom.
interest
Well, that's how it ended.